You can see, look at that, look at the amount of vehicles in there. They must be on a picnic. So, right, this is my next location here. So, and this is the actual back. This is Brighton Nick. Now, when you sort of take the actual cars, I had a car from Kent Police where he put in an actual complaint purely because he was driving his vehicle for over 3 weeks with no MOT. So the big question is, does it all get covered up for him? Now, surely he would have gone past several AMPL cameras and all the rest of it. Do their own vehicles actually get top cover where if it comes up that they can get away with it? Okay, leave a message and let us know whether or not you think they do or they don't. Towards the end of the video I might say what I believe. So yeah, so every road that you sort of see, don't be afraid, literally bang it in, check it, see if it got tax and everything else, and that's the thing to do with all of them.
Before we even press play, here's what you need to understand. This isn't just someone filming outside a police station. This is a test of accountability. A test of whether authority figures follow the same rules they enforce every single day. Today, we're in Brighton. The auditor starts simple, checking tax, MOT, and compliance on police vehicles. Nothing dramatic. No shouting. No confrontation. Just documentation. But then something shifts. A PCSO approaches. Then a plainclothes officer appears. And what starts as a routine transparency check quickly turns into a live demonstration of double standards. Because here's the key tension. When officers demand identification, justification, and compliance from the public, are they prepared to offer the same transparency in return? Watch closely. You're about to see questions about public versus private property, body camera policy, identification refusal, and then the big one, potential driving offense.
Every single police station, the amount of vehicles that are there, and if it's not vehicles, it's the amount of private security now that are working at our stations. So you're telling me that the police can't manage or control their own actual stations, that they actually need a third party? That's what makes me laugh to do with it. Sorry guys, I just thought I'd seen something, but it wasn't. So
Right out of the gate, this exchange sets the tone. The auditor asks for identification, calm, direct, no aggression. The officer immediately pivots to, "Why are you filming?" That question comes up every single time in these encounters. Here's the legal reality. In public, you generally don't need to justify filming, especially outside a public building. The officer may want a reason, but wanting and requiring are two very different things. Notice the language the auditor uses. What you would like to know and what I need to tell you are two different things. That's not disrespect. That's boundary setting. In an accountability culture, boundaries matter. The question for you is simple. Should filming police stations automatically trigger suspicion? Or is that exactly why transparency is necessary?
Are you filming?
Pardon?
Are you one of the auditors or what do you do?
I'm just filming.
Okay. I mean, you're more than happy to film from there, no problem. But you can't.
Well, first of all, could you just identify yourself, seeing as though you came over?
Yeah,
from
my
stuff?
caller number is 40737, and I'm a PCSO.
Okay.
And can I ask you?
Are you stationed here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes. And what will be your name?
I don't need to give my name.
You don't have to give me your name, but as I explained to you, like this is private property.
No,
you're more than happy to film here.
No, it's public property. Let's get it correct. Okay, it's not
Okay.
private, it's public.
Okay. So, I mean, is there any interest you have I could help you with? In anything you wanted to know?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not
All right,
really.
no problem.
But I do have one question for you. I've seen that you stuck your camera on. Can you tell me why you didn't actually tell me that you
It's
were
for
just
my
about...
own safety.
Yep, but you are meant to tell the public when you turn your camera on.
Yeah, and it's written here anyways.
It makes no difference. Not everyone can read.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I've switched on my camera, as you know, and the reason I've asked you the question because obviously it's as you said, public property. We have to make sure our safety as well.
Yep.
So you're not going to give me a name, of course, as you said. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Or...
No, I'm good, thank you.
Thing that frustrates a lot of drivers across the UK: compliance, tax, mulct, administrative standards. The auditor references a previous complaint about a vehicle being driven for weeks without proper MOT coverage. That's not a minor clerical issue. If a regular citizen drives without MOT, the penalties can be immediate and severe. When questions arise about police fleet compliance, it hits differently. Here's the broader issue. Policing relies heavily on legitimacy. And legitimacy depends on equal application of the law. If the public believes enforcement is selective, trust erodes. When he asks whether police vehicles get top cover, he's really asking a deeper question. Does the badge create a different
Property, no, it's public property. That was a good drive, wasn't it? You got out. Right, I'll leave it there, guys, and I'll come back to you shortly.
important principal moment? The auditor is filming from a public highway. If something is visible from public space, there is generally no expectation of privacy for it. That's long established. The PCSO approaches politely, and credit where it's due, the tone is measured. But notice the subtle shift. Are you one of the auditors? That's labeling. Once labeled, you're no longer just a person with a camera, you're a category. Then comes the property confusion. Private property. The auditor corrects it calmly. This isn't confrontation, it's clarification. And here's something crucial. When the body cam switches on, the expectation is transparency. Policy versus practice becomes the theme, and viewers
One Echo Whiskey Papa. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that marked car. Unmarked car, sorry. The question is, what's the right way of policing? Is it policing in uniform and actually being on the street, or is it getting tooled up, covering everything up with great big jackets and unmarked cars, and basically trying to sneak in somewhere? So what is the actual best way of policing? Let us know.
years. Unmarked cars, plain clothes, reduced visibility. This is where perception starts to matter. Community policing traditionally meant presence and recognizability. When enforcement becomes less visible, public confidence can dip. But what really raises the stakes is what's about to unfold: identification refusal. When a plainclothes officer exercises authority, transparency becomes even more important. Because if someone claims police powers, they must be accountable for that claim. Watch the body language. Watch the defensiveness. A professional response would typically de-escalate. A defensive one escalates tension. This is where the encounter...
Who are you? Who are you? Well, what you want to know, okay, and what you get told are two different things. Are you a police officer? Are you a police officer? I'm asking you outright, are you a police officer? No, you don't want to answer that. Okay, you can see she buggers off. Okay. Well, who are you?
Police officer.
You're a police officer?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your shoulder number?
Why?
Because you've identified as a police officer, you're in plain clothes. I'm just asking you to identify yourself properly, as per your policy.
Right.
So if I could get your shoulder number first.
Why are you filming?
If I can get your shoulder number first. No, you're refusing to ID, yeah?
This is the moment that flips everything. The auditor observes keys in the ignition and the officer on a mobile phone. In UK road traffic law, being in control of a vehicle while using a handheld phone can carry serious consequences. Now imagine if this were any ordinary driver: tradesman, delivery driver, student. Points. Fine. No debate. The principle here is consistency. Equal enforcement. If the law applies universally, it must apply universally. And notice something else: the auditor doesn't shout. He documents. He repeats observable facts. Keys in ignition. On phone. Double yellow lines.